Hi, I'm Derek Gant, and I am a money coach. I'm your money coach because you need someone to help break that cycle that you're in where you're constantly going to work, taking care of your family, you're grinding, you're hustling, you're doing everything that you know you can do, but you're not quite making the progress that you want to make. You might even be making six figures or double six figures, but you just don't see the money, and you don't see the progress, and you don't see the lifestyle, and you do not see the end game. Well, I help people regularly identify where those holes are. You know, you're living in a strainer and you're putting a lot of stuff in it, but somehow it just keeps seeping through and you're not really making that traction. So I'm gonna give you a few easy steps to help you figure out how you can plug some of those holes and begin to build real wealth so that you can stop working as hard as you do and give yourself a chance to get ahead of the game. The first thing that you need to do, because this is definitely a how to save more money and make more money. The first thing you need to do is you need to have a budget. I'm telling you, people think it's a dirty word. It is not. People with money know where their money is. They always know where their money is. So you need to create a budget that will help you to identify what your savings and your money should be doing month to month. Now, you don't have to live by it day in and day out. And I'm going to give you the next tip to help you figure out how not to have to do that so you're not always living this tight lifestyle. What you should do is once you figure out how much money is left over from your basic budget, we're not talking Christmas or holidays, just your basic budget, is identify that discretionary income number. That is what's left between your income and your outgoing. So at the end of the month, on paper, I should have this much money. The next thing you want to do is, because you probably don't have that, create a spending plan. What's a spending plan? It's an adult word for allowance, right? Remember your little kid, your parents gave you a weekly allowance? Now you're an adult, you're the parent, you need to give yourself a weekly allowance. Give yourself enough money for gasoline, groceries, your personal care, your poker nights, cigar nights, whatever it is that you do. Give yourself just enough money to take care of date night and those other things that we just talked about. Once you've done that, that will leave you a definite amount of money inside of your main account. Now, how you do it is you have to segregate, right? I know segregation traditionally is a bad thing, but we want to segregate our money. We want our bills and the things that we need in one account, and we want our wants and our spending in a separate account. That means that if you're married or you have a partner, you need two separate spending accounts and a joint savings account and a joint bill pay account. So set that up, decide how much you need per person per week. The rest of it will still be sitting in the bill account at the end of the month, as long as you live up according to your allowance. Once you've done that, you will begin to see that savings start to rise. We'll talk about how to multiply it later, but today, that is the most important thing. Now, the last thing I'm going to touch on is, well, what happens during those holiday seasons? The biggest problem for people who don't strategize is that they don't plan. They don't have a Christmas budget. They don't have a holiday budget. Take a look at that discretionary amount that we talked about. And if you haven't set aside enough during the course of the year because you're just watching this video, begin to completely save that amount of money. Don't put it in your emergency savings. Put it in a separate account. Create a budget for Christmas. How much are you going to spend on yourself, on loved ones, on kids? Decide before you go shopping. Take that amount and only spend that amount. You may have to do a little bit extra work, but you can get it done. Because the name of this game is what can I keep, not how much can I spend. Because spending, that's for sheep. I'll talk to you real soon with more tips on how you can begin to build your net worth and to build the life that you've always dreamed of.